आज हम 2 किलोमीटर ज्यादा भागेंगे। कुछ करिए नस नस मेरी खोले।
Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam, Adab, Namaskar, Kem Cho, Saubona, Mulweni, Dumelang, Kuimura. Hello. A warm welcome to everyone and thank you all for signing in for this virtual event. I'm Daniel Kore and I'll be hosting you for the next 30 minutes. I know what you must be thinking. Virtual opening of our new office. The opening ceremony is indeed virtual, but the office is real. As the saying goes, extraordinary accomplishments are only achieved when we are able to overcome extraordinary challenges. So as you all have done during the past year, we too had to find ways of getting over these unprecedented challenges. And now let me start by welcoming the distinguished guest, Healy Mayer, Group CEO, Risto Ketola, Group Finance Director, Momentum Metropolitan Holdings, and also Asokan Naidu, CEO, Momentum Metropolitan Affiliates. We are truly privileged to have you as the guest of honor. Thank you for affording us your gracious presence. We are also privileged to have Ms. Andre Thun, Consul General of the South African Consulate Mumbai office, and her esteemed colleagues join us today. Thank you for your time. We have an Indian saying, every 2 miles, the water does change, and every 4, the dialect. India has 1,653 known dialects. There are about 24 languages that are spoken by 1 million people or more. Hang on, did you know that India is the 2nd largest English-speaking country in the world? While of course, USA holds the #1 position. But that's some food for thought. Albert Hubbard says, one machine can do the work of 50 men. No machine can do the work of one extraordinary man. I guess I summed up the introduction of our next speaker, Executive Southeast Asia and India, Anton Swart, who is well known across the group for his immense entrepreneurial approach towards all businesses that he has been involved with. Moving on from Momentum Health as the CEO, he took on the challenge of establishing and nurturing Aditya Birla Health Insurance and Wellness Joint Venture in India. Anton has been instrumental in putting India on Momentum Metropolitan's map. Anton Swart, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Daniel, for the kind introduction. Good day, everybody, especially those of you from across the Indian Ocean. Thank you for your valuable time and for joining us for this momentous occasion. We are very excited and proud of reaching this milestone. Now, Momentum Metropolitan Services started out with a distinct purpose of enabling access to cost-effective global resources on the one hand, but also empowering local skill developments back in South Africa to meet immediate and future business needs for the group. It is therefore imperative for us to provide quality service to our partners and stakeholders in South Africa. Now, to enable this, we have a relentless focus on creating a superior employee value proposition to ensure we can attract the best possible talent in India. To date, I must say we are very proud of each one of the MMS employees who has joined us. The feedback and accolades received from our stakeholders in the various business units bear evidence to this fact. With this office, we've tried to create the ideal atmosphere that embodies the ethos of our organization on the one hand, but also at the same time create an environment that enables us to seriously focus on achieving the objectives that we've set out to accomplish as a business. We can't wait to start delivering on our promises. From my side, I want to acknowledge and thank our stakeholders in South Africa for all their inputs and patience to get us to this point. To our Indian colleagues, to my team, thank you for your co-creation, for the dedication, hard work, and all-round support. And lastly, I also want to express my sincere gratitude to our sponsors. To Healy, Risto, and Asokan, thank you so much for allowing us to embark on this journey. And with that, I'll now hand you back to Daniel.
Thank you, Anton, for the background and sharing with us the reason why we are in India. I'm so glad to have been part of the journey and for the learning and the experiences that we as a team picked up along the way. Thank you once again. And now for some special appearances from India. In the true Momentum Metropolitan spirit, we have always had our people at the heart of everything that we do. And the same culture has been extended to India. The team members are still working from home, mostly, as the COVID restrictions are still relevant in India. However, some of our dear colleagues are at the office for this auspicious occasion. Each one of them have followed all the COVID guidelines like sanitization and social distancing throughout. We are now going live to Mumbai. Over to you guys.
Namaste from India.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Team India. Can't wait to be there in person and catch up with you all again soon. A quick time check. Oh, we are doing great, I think. And everyone says that Indians are never on time. But did you know that India has the largest sundial in the world? Forget little telescopes, you know. This 18th century Jantar Mantar complexes in Jaipur and Delhi take astronomy to a whole new level and were once used to prepare astronomical tables and predict movements of the sun, moon, and planets with naked eye. So please understand that Indians are not really late. They are only busy creating something like the zero. Moving on to the next speaker, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Asokan Naidu, CEO, Momentum Metropolitan Affiliates. Asokan is well known in all circles at MMH. His strategic vision combined with his unique leadership style has earned him the most favorite bosses title, while the team worked towards achieving all the milestones for India thus far. There's one more thing that I have to tell you. You can spot Asokan from far in India, as he's one of the tallest Indians that you will see walking around. Over to you, Asokan.
Wow, thank you for that introduction, Daniel. I must say, today is such an exciting day. It marks an extremely important milestone in MMH's significant investment in India. I feel particularly proud and privileged to be participating in this special event, the inauguration of Momentum Metropolitan Services brand spanking new offices in Mumbai, India. Let me share a bit of the history regarding MMH's journey in India. This journey began way back in April 2008, shortly before the global financial crisis. At the time, Momentum was a wholly owned subsidiary of FirstRand, and I was part of a Momentum executive delegation that undertook a look-and-see visit to Mumbai, India. At the time, we were primarily a life insurance player, and we felt, post the visit that is, that it was not the appropriate time to invest in India. We, however, continued to keep India on the radar. In late 2010, as you would know, a massive merger between Momentum and Metropolitan happened, and the larger combined entity had significant greater capabilities, particularly in the health insurance space. Then in April 2011, I was seconded to India and moved to Mumbai with my family. The primary focus was to investigate whether there were any investment opportunities for Momentum Metropolitan in India. So we did exactly that. And all of that work culminated in what is now our successful health and wellness JV with Aditya Birla Capital. And this business was launched at the end of 2016. An important part of the JV agreement with Aditya Birla Capital was the obligation on us to provide technology platform support to the wellness JV locally in India. In so doing, we spotted another massive opportunity: the access to skills that are particularly scarce in South Africa. So those skills were available in India. Our team began with baby steps and started gradually setting up the business. After a brief period of collaboration with First Rand Services, we then established Momentum Metropolitan Services. Today, we are officially opening the stunning offices of MMS in Navi Mumbai. I want to give special recognition and kudos to the brilliant team under Anton's leadership that made all of this happen. They have completed this work in record time and under really challenging circumstances, particularly with the pandemic and lockdown. Anton and team, you can be extremely proud of the finished product. And may these beautiful offices be a key enabler of our future growth and success. Well done and best wishes to all. I now hand you back to Danny.
Thank you, Asokan. That was indeed quite insightful. Continuing with the journey, we would now like to take you through the experience, what the team went through to get this office up and running. No sweat. But before we do that, I would like to introduce Yasser Ahmed. This young man joined us in May 2020 as the CFO for MMS, but he is not new to MMS, as he has been supporting us since 2014, when we started the first liaison office in India. Yasser has over a decade's experience into financial services, and he has worked with First Rand's captive for 6 years. He was the CFO at FRS before he joined us. Let's hear it from Yasser.
Thank you so much, Danny. It is a privilege for me to take you through on how it all came to be. A little background on what went on behind the scenes. It all began in August 2020 when we got our approval from the New Initiatives Committee. We were ecstatic and eager to kick off right away. Although we were optimistic that the COVID pandemic would have been under control by then, but such was not the case. With COVID infections surging to scary numbers all over, we had our work cut out for us. But we have to keep the momentum going by using all possible tech tools in our arsenal to increase the collaboration efforts between India and South African team members, as well as with vendors and partners to make it as seamless as possible using various platforms like Teams, Zoom, and WhatsApp video. And of course, flooding each other's mailboxes. Right from the selection of the architects and interior designers to the project management consultants, as well as finalization of office layout and to achieve the overall look and feel, everything was done virtually across 2 continents. I will admit, some days were really hectic, while others left us with dizzy spells. While selecting samples of carpets, tiles, fittings, etc. via video calls, I would flip the world upside down for Anton, Daniel, Johan, Richard, every time I moved the camera around. It was a literal roller coaster ride for them. Even thinking about it, I'm sure they're feeling a bit dizzy now. But despite all those hurdles, we were able to push through and complete the office within 5 months. As we stand here today and looking at the finished project, we know it was all worth it to create the official home for MMS in India. And now, may I proudly present the build.
Thanks, Yasser. That was awesome. I saw lots of sweat there. And now, what we have been waiting for. The moment has arrived. And to do the honors, I call upon Healy and Risto. Please join me in welcoming Healy, the Momentum Metropolitan Group CEO. Healy is no stranger to our business, as his eyes are set on India. He visited India towards the end of 2019, and I believe he was so impressed with what he saw that he wanted to revise the targets right then. Believe me, we have not forced him to travel since then, but he is still eager. Also, please welcome Risto, the Group Finance Director of Momentum Metropolitan Holdings. Risto has been the greatest supporter and a key sponsor of this initiative. I request Risto to kindly share his thoughts on how he sees India contributing to the success of MMH. Over to you, Risto.
Yeah, thanks, Danny. It is really a privilege to be here to open our own offices in India. You know, it is a big milestone. I must confess that the decision to enter India precedes me joining the group, so I can't take the credit away from Asokan and Anton and everybody else. But I have been privileged enough to be around since day one of operations, and this business has been a phenomenal growth story. And it's actually very rare to get a new startup like this that actually delivers the plan consistently quarter after quarter. You know, there's been very little pivoting. I think the execution, you know, beyond the strategic insight of entering India, the execution's also been excellent. It is a major investment for the group. We have invested more than 500 crore so far, and probably another 400 crore to go before the business starts becoming self-sustaining. That is the wider India business. Now, you know, considering the size of the investment, it is very critical for the group to get this right. Just yesterday, I was talking to some of our investors, you know, them trying to understand the size of this investment. How do we see it versus the way they see it? You know, I think getting India right is critical for financial results and the credibility of the organization. So no pressure, but this is the largest organic initiative we have in the group. And like I said, I'm very relieved that to date, the business has delivered to plan, within budget, within capital budgets. You know, it's been a pleasure to be involved in this investment to date. In fact, the business is growing so fast that I sometimes joke with my group finance team that we might need to change our financial year into 31 March, you know, to fit in with the India business as it's becoming a bigger and bigger component. And beyond the India health business and wellness business, obviously MMS is something that's also getting more and more traction. Similar to Hilly, you know, I've been extremely impressed by the quality of people and the work ethic and the innovation of the people I have met in my trips to Mumbai. You know, so I'm a firm believer that being able to access the talent in India is a competitive advantage for the group. You know, I support Anton and Asokan at every turn possible to encourage people to try out MMS and its services. And you can definitely count on me to continue to be a supporter of this initiative. Thank you very much, and I'll hand over to Hilly.
Thank you, Risto. Yeah, the excitement is tangible. You know, I mean, it would really be nice to visit the offices, and I can't wait to go to Mumbai again. I hope you'll have a little hot desk for me there somewhere in a corner. You know, then we have our little home base when we visit India again. That'll be really nice. Yeah, I think it's an exciting milestone for Momentum Metropolitan Services. Now, obviously, you know, you've already seen that, you know, a lot of work went into this, and it would not have been possible without the support of a whole range of people. I mean, we've got to mention, you know, Asokan, who really, you know, is almost like the founding father of everything we do in India. And then, of course, you know, the support he gets from Anton. I mean, we all know how much effort Anton puts into, you know, relationships, preparing things, adding value. You know, he really lives, eats, sleeps, and drinks the India initiatives, and he's instrumental to the success of MMS. And then, you know, there's Yasser, I heard Danny say, you know, who's been part of our journey since 2014, as you've heard. And even though he only joined our employment last year, also instrumental to MMS. And then there's Danny. We know what he's been doing and his involvement. There's the MMH or MMH INO team, and a whole lot of people, played a role and contributed along the way. So thank you very, very much to everybody. We now have 26 staff members at MMS in India, supporting 5 business units, and I've only heard good things about the work that you do. So keep it up. That's really really fantastic. And it's great that since 1 October 2020, you're all now employees of Momentum Metropolitan. So welcome to the family. It's really nice to have you on board, and long may the successes continue. So Risto, we're here for a very special occasion. Shall we do the honors? I'll first maybe just take a moment to show you. I've got a weapon. Yeah, it's not a weapon. It's a very ceremonial pair of scissors. Now, my wife is in the fashion industry, and I can tell you she was very impressed when she saw this. So, I'm going to use this just now. But first, Risto, do you think we should do it? Is it time?
Yeah, I think it is. I also have something quite special here. A nice bottle of Mut and Chandon, and I also have a little commemorative plaque here. It feels like real silver. Ashoka and Anton never do things off measure. And I'm sure this plaque will be sent to India at some stage to be somewhere in the new offices.
Yeah. And this will also, I'm sure, find a special place there in the India office. And whoever takes it to India as soon as they can, please don't put it in the hand luggage. Then we're going to lose this.
Yeah.
Okay, now in order to, do the official ceremony, I've just got to change my laptop slightly and move into position. And here it is. Okay, so here's to MMS India. Well done.
And let me also catch up to Hilly there in terms of champagne. Here we go. I might need to get another laptop again, Hilly, but anyway, the champagne is here.
Okay, Danny, back to you.
Ailey and Risto, can't thank you two enough. We are greatly honored to have you officially open the office operations. The team will fondly remember this day, 9th of February 2021, as we embark on a journey to add real value to Momentum Metropolitan. Now let me talk no more. I will let Yasser do the rest while he takes us through the office. Let's take a walk together and see how it has all come up.
Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you from sunny Mumbai. It's an honor for me to walk you through Momentum Metropolitan's new office in Mumbai in India. We are currently outside the campus. Let's begin. Here we are at the lobby of the Q1 building, which reflects world-class infrastructure. Have a look. Now, let's go to 7th floor, where our office is located. As the saying goes, first impression is the last impression, was what we had in our mind for our reception. With the brand team's guidance and involvement, this reflects the brand and Momentum Metropolitan's global presence.
Security has never been an afterthought. Access to the facility is controlled and managed by biometric access control system, which scans the retina as well as the body temperature during this pandemic. Collaboration makes us better. To encourage this, the collab area is the first thing you see when you enter the office. This collab area can be easily converted into mini amphitheater for the town hall events. Boardrooms have to be special. Musk, no pun intended, is indeed something. The elevated boardroom can be seen from every corner of the office, which represents the transparency culture that Momentum Metropolitan strongly believes in. With the help of INO, we have used the latest technology for our VC systems, which provides better connectivity. Production area is where the real action happens. Scientifically designed, considering the ergonomics and aesthetics, these workstations provide ample space to the employees while boosting the teamwork. Bearing in mind the millennials who are the new tech force, we have provided additional workstation options in the office like standing workstations as well as poofs. Real plants have been carefully selected and positioned all over the office to improve the air quality. Thanks to the INO team for their immense support to make sure that this office gets seamlessly connected to South Africa and enabling features like fully integrated VC system and room scheduler for each meeting room. All the meeting rooms are VC enabled and have been named after tech giants. These tech giants and their achievements are portrayed on the pillars along with the MMH values on the central pillar of the office to inspire employees. Now let's walk to the favorite area of the employees. The office park have a massive food court which is available for all employees and accessible at all times. But we have our own cafeteria which also serves as an entertainment area for the employees who need to take a break. Have a look. Finally, on behalf of India team, I would like to acknowledge and thank marketing and branding team for their valuable inputs and support, and various INO team members for their technology enablement, and stakeholders for their continued support. With this, we come to end of the official walkthrough of our new office. Back to you, Danny.
Simply wow. I'm now sure we'll have more South African colleagues visiting our Mumbai office soon. You're most welcome to visit us and also experience the vibrancy of India. Before we leave, I would like to once again thank Hidi and Risto for gracing this occasion. A big thank you to Asokan and Anton for making this a reality. I would also like to thank Yasser, Karishma, Glenel, and the rest of the team in India who put in all the efforts to make this happen. Not to forget Richard Phillips and Johan Lombard, who have always extended their help and support. And lastly, my sincere thanks to all the business leaders, the CIOs, heads of IT, managers who have invested their trust in MMS. Without you, this would not have been possible. And finally, thanks to everyone for sharing this proud moment with us. Please feel free to connect with the team going forward. Keep safe and take care. Bye for now.